you're in the right place. So we're gonna do a game day food collaboration. So down in the description below, make sure you go on all the other channels that are participating so that you can see all the other great food that we're making. So let me get started. So I'm making two things for you guys today. I'm making chili and I'm making cornbread. Now, whenever you think about cornbread, you're like, wait, that's not keto, right? Because it has corn in it, or cornmeal. Well, we're making a little bit different version for us for our keto journey. So stick with me and we'll get to that in a little bit. But we're gonna start with our chili. I've got chorizo here that I've thawed out, and I've got some ground beef. I'm gonna mix these together with a bunch of other ingredients to make my chili. Now I'm in Texas, and Texas chili doesn't have beans anyway, the normal way that you would make it down here. And I don't really like beans in my chili anyway, so that's perfect for keto. So we're not gonna put any beans in our chili. I'll be making mine in my Instant Pot. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can do it on the stove, you can do it in your crock pot, you can stick it in your crock pot and let it sit all day long, and it'll be perfect by the time game time comes around. On those cooler, hopefully, fall and winter nights. We're still waiting for that here in Texas, but it'll come. So first thing I'm gonna do is, let me grab a knife, but I'm gonna put my Instant Pot on saute, and because I wanna have my meat sauteing while I'm adding my other ingredients. Let me grab my knife. All right, so now I'm going to open up, actually let me grab some scissors too, sorry about that, guys. Much easier to open with scissors, right? All right, so I'm gonna open this chorizo. This chorizo doesn't have any sugar in it. Always check your labels, guys, because you don't want all that sugar in your food, right, when we're doing keto. Now this chorizo comes in the casing, so what I'm gonna do, I like to open it over the pot, because if there's juice in it, it will just come out into the pan, and then I will stick that in the garbage. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the casing and get all of that meat out of the casing, because I don't wanna use the casing. I want it to be like ground meat. So I'm just gonna simply squeeze it out. Not pretty. Yes, there is chorizo that comes already, it's not in a casing, so you can use that too. This chorizo is just a good price, and it doesn't have a bunch of junk in it, so that's why I buy this one. So in the comments, guys, tell me what's your favorite tailgating food, or your favorite like Super Bowl food or football game food. What do you like to make when you're watching football? Or if you don't watch football, you might like the same food and not have to watch football, right? Tell me that in the comments. So, all right, I've got this chorizo in here. Now I'm gonna put this ground beef in here with it. And I'm just gonna dump that in there. Now we'll get me a spoon to mix it all up here in a minute. Drop this. This is my absolute favorite spatula. It is wood, and I just love cooking with it. So I'm just gonna break this meat up some while it's on saute there. This ground meat has just a little bit, it's still a little bit frozen in the middle, but that's okay, because in an Instant Pot, you don't have to worry about it. Or Instant Pot, I always call it Insta Pot, like it's Insta. It happens instantly, Insta. So I got that going. That there. All right, so now I'm going to show you some of my ingredients. Let me wash off my hands. There we go. I just don't like touching other things that I've been touching meat with. All right, so now I'm going to put in some of my Thrive Life that I've talked about before. You don't have to use this. You can use stuff from the store. Use whatever you need. These are our green chilies. And you can cut up just 1 or 2 peppers and put in your chili. I just like to use this. It's already chopped for me. So I'm going to take 1/4 of a cup and put that in my chili. I'm also going to put this in our cornbread in a minute. I'm going to take my chopped onions and do the same thing. Just need a little more because I filled it up all the way. All right, or you can chop up a half an onion and stick in there. All right, now I'm gonna put some black pepper. It's about a tablespoon in there. Some pink salt, about a tablespoon. You can use chili seasoning, guys, but those chili seasonings have a lot of stuff in it. You can make your own chili seasoning if you want to make up a whole batch. It has a lot less stuff in it. All right, now I'm going to put cumin. If I can get the cumin open, it's a brand new bottle. Might need the knife. All right, about a tablespoon of this also, if I can get all this paper off. Sometimes it's like they child-proof the spices as well. Okay, so that was a tablespoon. Eyeballing it. I'm a Southern girl, guys. We don't measure. So I'm just eyeballing it and figuring it out for you so you know how much to put in. All right, so we got garlic. We're gonna do the same thing. This one's brand new also. You can also use fresh garlic. I like a lot of garlic. If you don't like that much garlic, just don't use it or don't use that much. My goodness, they don't want us to get into these. So about a tablespoon of garlic, or more if you're like me. All right, so now I'm going to drop the lid. Okay, now I've got some smoked paprika. I like to just eyeball that. That's about a tablespoon. And of course, can't have chili without chili powder. And I'll put about 2 tablespoons to start, and then I can add some more if I think it needs more when I've stirred it up. Okay, so now I'm going to stir this all together real good. Get these things incorporated to this meat. And if you cooking it in the Instant Pot, guys, it tastes like it's been cooking for a long time on low, like if you had it in the crock pot. So if you don't remember, thaw out your meat. You can still do it in a quick time. Okay. All right, so now I've got that kind of incorporated. All right, so now I'm going to add some broth. I usually make my own bone broth. This week has been like craziness and life. So I didn't get my bone broth made, which I do make in my Instant Pot as well. I have a video for that on my channel if you want to know how to make it. It's like one of my first videos, so just go to oldest videos. If I can remember, I'll drop a card in here. I just learned how to do that, so hopefully I remember to do it. But I bought some bone broth from the store. Normally I don't like to buy the store-bought because it does, sometimes they have sugar. And I'm going to put this whole container in here. Actually, well, let's just do half. We're going to do half. And then we'll see if it needs more. I don't like my chili to be too liquidy. So I don't want to overdo the broth. We'll see if it needs more later. Alright, so now I'm going to stir that in. And I got one more ingredient, and then we're going to put the lid on and let it cook. And then we're going to make some cornbread. Alright, so my last ingredient is the tomato powder. If you don't have this, you can just use regular tomato paste. So what you do with this is you can mix it in with water, make tomato sauce, make tomato paste. All it is powdered freeze-dried tomatoes. So a little goes a long way, because if you look at the label, if you ever get this, it seems like it has a lot of carbs. That's because it's very concentrated. You don't need a lot, because this, like I said, a little goes a long way. So what I'm gonna do is get a spoon, hold on. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of this in this chili. Now you can also mix it up in water and then put it in before, but works just fine. Like, especially in the Instant Pot. So that's what I'm doing. So if you don't have this, then get you a can of paste, tomato paste. I can't talk today, guys. Alright, so the other thing we're going to throw in here is some Rotel. I got the Rotel from Aldi, the Aldi brand, but you can use the name brand. Walmart brand, whatever brand you want. We're gonna throw that in there. Get the can open it. All right. Sorry for all the walking off, guys. I don't remember everything. All right. So I'm going to drain these actually, because I don't want all this liquid in here. Real quick. Okay, so now I'm going to dump the diced rotel in here. I get the lid off. I'm having lid issues today, aren't I? 2 cans. Now I'm going to stir it all up, get it all incorporated again. That one piece of meat is almost totally thawed out now. All right, we've got that good and incorporated. Now I'm going to put it on, turn off the saute, and I'm going to put my lid on it. I want to make sure it's on seal, and then I'm going to hit meat or stew, and it's going to go for 15 minutes, and we're going to check it and see if it's done. So now I'm going to get the stuff together for the cornbread, get this over here, and show you how to do it. Alright guys, so let's do our cornbread now. So now we're going to use almond flour. So we need 2 cups of almond flour. You want almond flour, not almond meal. And that's our oven ready. So we're going to put 2 cups of that into your food processor or blender, whatever you have. My food processor broke years ago, so I don't have one anymore. And we're going to put 1/4 cup of golden flax. I don't know, I wasn't able to find anything that actually said golden flax, so I just got regular flax. I think it'll work. We'll find out, right? So we're going to do 1/4 cup of golden flax. Grab my 1/4 cup. Alright. We're going to put baking soda and salt in here also. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So guys, in the comments, tell me if you like football, what's your team? Obviously, mine's the Saints, so go Saints, who dat, right? What's yours? Put it in the comments. All right, so we're also gonna put in this some baking soda. We're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of that. Okay, so now I'm gonna just stick this on here. I'm gonna blend it up, and then we're gonna add in our eggs and some apple cider vinegar. So let me blend this up. Now we're going to add our eggs, and I think I'm going to switch to my Ninja blender in a second. Just going to mix that. I want it to be good and mixed, so where's the rest of it? There it is. All right. Throw that in here. Not quite as strong as these NutriBullets. I should have just put it in here in the first place. All right, I'm gonna go mix this in the Ninja blender real quick. I'll be right back. All right, so now we're gonna put in our eggs and our vinegar. We have 2 tablespoons, I believe, yes, of apple cider vinegar. like to use the vinegar with the mother in it. I think it has more benefits. I'm also going to put in some more of my Thrive green chilies. I'm going to do 1/2 cup. I like spicy cornbread. All right, and now I'm going to put my eggs. We need 5 eggs. And then we're just going to put this in a pan. And then we're going to, excuse me, I inhaled some peppers. We're going to put it into a pan, and then we're going to put it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Goodness. So what is your favorite, in the comments tell me below, what is your favorite food that you gave up when you started keto that you haven't found a recipe for? Excuse me. I'd like to know so that maybe I can recreate that recipe. All right, got my eggs in. I'm gonna mix that up. And then we're gonna pour it in the pan and get it in the oven. So normally I would put my cornbread in a beautiful cast iron skillet, but my cast iron skillet's too big and I would have to double the recipe. In order to double the recipe, I would need 10 eggs, and I don't have 10 eggs, so that would be why I'm using this not so pretty pan. But we're gonna cut it up anyway and eat it, so we don't care, do we? If it's a pretty pan. Okay, I'm gonna get this off and just scrape off this. We want to get all of that batter out there. Well, I was worried it wasn't going to look yellow because I didn't have what I would call golden flax, but it looks pretty yellow. Looks pretty good. Don't want to waste any of that. Alright, I'm just going to flatten this out, and I'm going to show it to you and stick it in the oven. Alright, so this is what it looks like. It's going to go in the oven for, like I said, 20 to 25 minutes, and then we're going to try it with our chili. Alright, let me stick it in there. See you in a few. So I just pulled out the cornbread out of the oven. You guys, look at that. It's beautiful. It looks just like cornbread, like real cornbread. So I'm going to cut this up, and I'm going to get the chili in a bowl so you can see what it looks like. Alright guys, so I've got everything done. This is my cornbread and my chili, and it's so good. I cannot wait to eat tonight. I'm going to put the links to all the other channels that are participating in down below. Also, the cornbread recipe is not mine. It's from Elena's Pantry, and I will try to put that down below also. It's a great recipe. It was super easy, guys, and it stayed together so well. And you could even add probably cheddar cheese in here if you wanted to. But I did add the green chilies. That wasn't part of her recipe. I adapted that part of it. But it came out of the pan perfectly, guys. It was awesome. We're going to put some butter on this and have our chili. Maybe add some cheese. You can add some sour cream. Whatever you want on top of your chili, chopped onions, and have it just the way you like it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. So please like and subscribe down below. Also, guys, check out all the other channels that are participating in the collab, because there's some great recipes. I can't wait to try their recipes too. And who dat? Go Saints!